Now, we all get it. You don't buy a V8 for gas mileage. You certainly don't cam a V8 for gas mileage. Destroyed my MPG when I got this cam, but man, it was so worth it. That being said, a lot of people need to take costs into consideration. Because if you cam your car and you don't understand the price that's attached to it, you could be in some financial issues. So I am going pretty much on a 4-hour trip, light traffic, and we are going to check out the MPG at the end of the trail. When I finally arrive, I will do my best to drive very, very conservatively with this cam. My goal in 4 hours is to try and get the best MPG possible. There's a ton of people out there that want to know how the cam does with miles per gallon, and we are going to find out. So there's a combination of this kind of traffic where I'm just sitting here. So that is definitely killing my gas mileage, but later on I should be able to get some smooth sailing to even it out. So it's going to be a combination of this, where I'm pretty much dead stopped and cruising along. So at idle, you're definitely seeing a huge decrease, because before I got stuck in this, I was in the 20s, and you see it's just dropping as I'm sitting here idling. So let me tell you, if you're in bumper to bumper traffic often, having a cam, I know this is like kind of understood, but having a cam, you're definitely losing a lot. So it keeps going lower and lower as I'm stuck in traffic. Hopefully we get some open road to pad the stats, but definitely not looking good. So we have a low of about 13.8, and that is after probably 40 minutes to an hour of just sitting idling, stop and go. So I'm getting a little bit of open road, and we're gonna see if I can get this bumped up a little bit. It's really hard not to step on it though. When you're in a tunnel like this, you hear that. So we're back up to 18 with some smooth sailing. It's actually not that bad. If you want a cam and you find yourself with a little bit of open road often, I don't think you're going to get terrible gas mileage. So, I mean, the lowest that I was at was 13. And, with each mile that passes, it's going up. So, we'll see what the end MPG is. The last video that I shoot will be of me getting pretty much off the highway, and then I'll show you guys my miles per gallon. This is very exhilarating. This is high energy stuff right here. But all factors need to be considered when you're upgrading your car. All right, guys, so I'm pretty much going to conclude my my video here, and I've had nothing but wide open highway, and it was plenty of time to kind of nudge this up into the 20s. I cannot seem to do it before the cam. I know I would have been averaging around 24, 25 with conditions like this, even mixed with that that terrible traffic and sitting there. You could tell the cam is definitely affecting the miles per gallon. It is not terrible. I did not buy it, with the miles per gallon in mind. I got it for performance purposes. But this should answer any questions that may be out there about miles per gallon. Yes, you will see a decrease. How much, it just depends on how much highway driving you do and how much you can keep off the gas, So it doesn't look like I'm going to be getting past really 19 for the trip. So, with wide open highway, I expected probably a little bit more, but you know what? The performance is just unbelievable. All right, guys. So I always knew the day of me making this video would come. It always seems like, I've had other things to post that were a little bit more exciting. But I always told everybody that I would make a miles per gallon video after the cam was installed. Now, we all get it. You don't buy a V8 for gas mileage, and you certainly don't cam a V8 for gas mileage. That being said, a lot of people need to take costs into consideration, because if you cam your car and you don't understand the price that's attached to it, you could be in some financial issues. So smart people take everything into consideration. So with that being said, the cam has completely destroyed my gas mileage. I've now driven it in a very conservative manner, and for the most part, a very aggressive manner. Okay, for the most part, when I'm in my Charger, I'm typically doing pulls, I'm doing burnouts, I'm doing things that are extremely enjoyable. That's why I purchased the car, to have a lot of fun in it. I don't really look at my miles per gallon, but I wanted to give you guys a friendly heads up that if you choose to go down this avenue, you would know what to expect. So when I first purchased the car, on the highway and through, a combination of very conservative driving, where you have it on the highway, stuck in traffic, I was always able to be flirting in that 18 to 20 miles per gallon range. And, depending on how the week went, etc. But for the most part, I had no complaints whatsoever from a miles per gallon standpoint when the car was bone stock, okay? I am not going to lie, as soon as I put the shorty headers and the tune on there, the MPG went down, okay? And that was because the 4-cylinder mode was deactivated, so you really couldn't pad the stats by any means, okay? How these 4 cylinders kind of make up their ground when it comes to miles per gallon is on the highway when you are cruising in 4-cylinder mode, okay? I no longer have that. So it went down with the tune and the shorty headers, and then once I put the cam in and after the tune, it just dropped tremendously. Okay, you're talking about me sitting at idle and watching the needle slowly move. That is insane. It's something I've never seen before until I had this cam. You are literally listening to your car go to the gas. That being said, I can't tell you, how much more enjoyable the car is with the cam in there, okay? You have to pay to play kind of a thing. Sure, the gas mileage has drastically gone down. The clips that you saw were me monitoring the RT on a very long distance trip that had a combination of traffic where I was in a dead stop, all the way to completely open highway where I was taking it easy, trying my best to get the RT to get the best possible gas mileage, okay? And in the end, I think that if I had a stock RT again, that same gas mileage would have been probably 26 to 27 miles per gallon. And I believe that I was in the neighborhood, I have to check the footage again, I was in the neighborhood of about 20 miles per gallon. Okay, and that was my best effort to get really good gas mileage. Okay, I was not being a knucklehead, nothing, no hard real accelerations, nothing. I was trying my darndest. And I'll tell you, like now, if you look at my miles per gallon on a regular basis, it is awful. It is terrible. And you know, that's not because of, you know, it's just my way of driving, really. I don't take the Charger out often now. And when I do, it's to have some fun. You know, it sits in a driveway for weeks and does nothing more than a startup every so often, you know. So when I start it up and I'm ready to, you know, drive it, it's out there to have some fun, you know. And as you guys seen in the past, I mean, this RT is out there and having some fun. So you know what, guys, I wanted to make this video. I promised a bunch of people that I would eventually make a miles per gallon video. My feedback is that it is going to take whatever miles per gallon you have, and it's going to probably drop it about 2 miles per gallon. Okay, so if you're getting 20, expect 18. If you get 18, expect 16. Okay, that is if you don't change your driving habits. Okay, if you lay off the gas and just keep letting it coast, you know, maybe you could pad it a little bit more. But with the cam, you remove the cylinder deactivation, which is a big deal when you're talking miles per gallon. Okay, that cylinder deactivation is a lifesaver if you're looking for that miles per gallon. And once that's removed, you know, that removes that. And then also too, once you have added power, come on, you're looking to have some fun. So it's very difficult for you to gain that kind of additional performance and then keep your foot off the gas pedal. But if you have the ability to do it, it's worth every single penny, you know. So all right, guys, that is my thought on miles per gallon. I completely destroyed my MPG when I got this cam, but man, it was so worth it.